Good day viewers, welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. I hope you're enjoying a relaxing weekend and cherishing quality time with loved ones. Our lead story for today. Breakthrough in DJ Warras murder, Cellphone provides all evidence, Dreadlocked gunman identified, to be arrested today. A major breakthrough has emerged in the investigation into the murder of Warrick Stock, widely known as DJ Warras, with police uncovering key evidence from a recovered cell phone that points directly to the killer. Authorities have identified the gunman, described as a short man with dreadlocks, and National Police Commissioner General Fannie Masemola has stated that the arrest will happen before the end of this weekend, meaning within the next 24 to 48 hours at most. This development comes just 4 days after the tragic shooting outside the Zambesi Building in Johannesburg's central business district, where DJ Warras lost his life while working on security measures for the property. The cell phone, seized during a raid, contains messages that link the suspect to the crime, offering a clear trail that investigators believe will seal the case. As the festive season unfolds in South Africa, this promise of swift justice brings a glimmer of hope amid the grief surrounding the loss of a beloved radio and television personality turned businessman. The events leading to this breakthrough began on Tuesday, the 16th of December, 2025, when DJ Warras arrived at the Zambesi Building to oversee the installation of CCTV cameras and biometric access systems through his company, Imperium Security. He had been hired by the building's owner to reclaim the property from illegal occupants and restore order. Sources indicate that shortly before the incident, DJ Warras received a phone call that seemed to irritate him. He stepped outside while still on the call, and moments later, a man with dreadlocks approached him at close range and fired multiple shots, striking him in the head and other areas. CCTV footage captured the assailant fleeing on foot, and despite DJ Warras attempting to draw his own firearm in self-defense, he collapsed and died at the scene. Police have since confirmed that this dreadlocked individual is the primary suspect, a known figure in local criminal circles, and they are closing in on his location. On Thursday evening, the 18th of December, 2025, a multi-agency raid led by Community Safety MMC Dr. Mgcini, Tshwaku of the Johannesburg Metro Police Department targeted the Zambesi Building. During this operation, officers recovered the crucial cell phone from one of 37 individuals suspected of involvement in the building's hijacking. These 37 people had formed a committee opposed to DJ Warras' security efforts, actively discouraging tenants from paying rent and municipal services. Among them was Sophia Khumalo, against whom DJ Warras had obtained a protection order just days earlier, on the 12th of December, 2025. The court granted this order after DJ Warras reported threats from Khumalo and others, including warnings to burn down the building and harm his security team. Forensic analysis of the cell phone revealed conversations where users discussed the murder shortly after it happened, with messages that appeared to celebrate the act. Investigators believe these chats not only confirm the suspect's involvement but also point to who made the luring phone call that drew DJ Warras outside. The Zambesi Building itself tells a larger story of urban decay in Johannesburg's inner city. Designed to house around 200 tenants, it had become severely overcrowded, with reports of 10 to 15 people crammed into single rooms. Many occupants lived there illegally, contributing to a cycle of non-payment that strained the city's resources. DJ Warras had made significant progress in transforming the space, making it more hygienic and habitable for those willing to pay rent. His blueprint for reclaiming such properties involved installing modern security features to prevent unauthorized access, which directly challenged the syndicates profiting from the hijackings. These syndicates, often tied to organized networks, collect illegal rents and foster environments ripe for activities like drug production and theft. The building was described as a haven for such elements, with firearms and knives discovered during the raid, underscoring the dangers DJ Warras faced. National Police Commissioner General Fannie Masemola addressed the case during an oversight visit to safer festive season operations in Pretoria on Friday, the 19th of December, 2025. He emphasized that the suspect is well known to authorities and that cooperation with other agencies, including the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, would ensure a thorough process.
With regard to the DJ Warras case, a suspect has been identified and he will be arrested I'm sure before Monday we will have the suspect arrested. He's a known suspect. He will definitely, if not today, but over the weekend, that suspect will be arrested.
While no arrests had been made by that point, Masemola's assurance aligned with the evidence from the cell phone, which police hope will also reveal the caller's identity. This is not the first time DJ Warras had encountered threats. He held 5 protection orders against various ringleaders involved in building hijackings. His work extended beyond the Zambesi Building, as he publicly spoke out on social media about the need to address Johannesburg's urban challenges, posting in July 2025 about his love for the city and sorrow over its decline. The broader context of hijacked buildings in Johannesburg dates back to the post-apartheid era, when waves of urban migration led to the takeover of abandoned structures. These buildings, numbering over 600 in the city, have deteriorated into unsafe spaces lacking basic services like water, electricity, and sanitation. Illegal connections burden the municipality, causing financial losses and compromising infrastructure for everyone. The Kampepe inquiry highlighted how many of these properties are uninhabitable, posing risks of fires or structural collapses due to poor maintenance and overcrowding. DJ Warras's efforts to reclaim them put him at odds with powerful interests, and sources suggest his assassination stemmed from upsetting these criminal networks with his innovative approaches.
He ruffled the feathers of people in the underworld who coexist with state structures. At first, Warrick initially began as, I wouldn't necessarily call it an apprentice, but he started very young in the security industry under the guidance of the likes of Olympus and what is now JTVIP, also Bad Boys and Straker, Mr. Arnie Williams. And he eventually found his own footing and wanted to pave his own way, continued to collaborate and work alongside other security structures. With Imperium in particular, he focused primarily on the protection, specialized protection of, call it high-profile celebrities, a niche market that he wanted to really create a blueprint in. But also furthermore, as you know, the state of our CBD was of great concern to Warrick, to us all. And we engaged in numerous conversations around what can we do. And knowing Warrick, anybody knows Warrick is not only is he opinionated, he is solution focused. So he identified, he in fact was approached to establish a way in which a hijacked building owned by a private company, a family-owned building that was currently being managed via the attorneys and an estate. And it was obviously hijacked and it was in disarray. And alongside Warrick and with Warrick's leadership, myself and other, including Mr. Arnie Williams, we all supported Warrick on this journey to creating the blueprint at this building. Essentially what the plan is and going to continue and remains was to audit the building, to establish how many people were occupying the building. That also assisted us, in establishing any health and safety regulatory violations, the state of the building, because we wanted and he had no intention to displace any of the tenants. In fact, we wanted to, and we are still on that mission of, in fact, refurbishing it to make it more conducive for the occupants of that premises. He was contracted to obviously now regulate the building. And by regulating the building, that means now putting security structures in place so that we can monitor the traffic, who's coming in, who's going out, and keep people safe. Further to that, then, there were additional contracts in which he worked, and he outsourced, but he worked directly with plumbers, electricians. Needless to say, bursts. There was sabotage happening in the building. Repetitive bursts, and it wasn't just your burst of, a water pipe burst. It was blatantly evident that they were making it difficult for Warrick to be successful in his pursuit to create the blueprint on how to take back hijacked buildings.
In the raid's aftermath, 6 people were taken in for questioning, and authorities began removing non-paying and illegal occupants from the Zambesi Building. The property, home to about 250 people with roughly half not contributing to rent, was placed under lockdown for audits and safety checks. Officials planned to implement biometric systems to control entry and reduce crime, transforming the site into viable low-cost housing. This operation reflects the city's strategy to restore law and order in the inner city, though challenges remain, such as providing alternative accommodation for displaced residents. The city of Johannesburg has clarified that DJ Warras was not acting on its behalf but through a private contract with the building's owner, emphasizing that it does not engage private security for such tasks.
So what happens is that now we've got the 37 rooms where people have not been paying, and also the 6 people that we wanted has been extracted, have gone away. So we decided that the guys can actually go back, and then some of the people, so all our officers from the top to bottom, they're going to just go in there and check and interrogate them. But now we're looking for these 37 people that we've listed here. They've not been paying for the whole year. We know that they formed a faction that actually is against in terms of what has been happening here. So everyone is safe, went back very nice, no problems. Then there are no issues. So these are the particular rooms now that we're going to be focusing on. So when they were taken out, so we had to put them on the side so that the guys can look and check, and then we have some dogs in as well. So after we've done that, the guys are actually, they are back now. We're just going to interrogate them because they are the committee here. Just want to ask them in detail in terms of what is happening and all of that. So it's going to be a long investigation and have a one-on-one in terms of, can you tell us, and we've taken their phones, by the way. In the phones, I was just shown that they've been discussing, there's some insinuations about the killing of DJ Warras. Saying, who killed him? And then they were laughing and all of that. So we're going to ask them in terms of what the enablers, what happened, because we believe that, Warren, if you can see this building, it's not that bad really. I mean, it's, there are kids that are staying here, like families that are staying here, but you got these bad apples, these people that now are wanting to really hijack this building here. So we're going to question them and get to the bottom of it, because Warren was around here. He wanted to put some tent styles as you enter here. So he's been here for almost 2 hours and he got a call. So that call, and he was, some people they say he was pissed. Then he went down and it's still on the call. So we believe that the police have applied for the Section 205 so that they can able to download data to get who was calling him for the last time. So he was on the call. Even when he went down, turning left, he was on the call. And then that's when now next to the butcher, he got to this assassin there. So we know that somehow here in this area, there must be someone who can tell us something, who's been saying what. And
DJ Warras' life and career added layers to this story, making his death all the more poignant. Born Warrick Stock, he rose to fame in the media industry, starting at YFM in 2008 before moving to 5FM and Kakasi FM. He hosted popular shows like SABC 1's Live AMP, appeared on SABC 3's The Man Cave, and presented Mgcini Visa. Beyond broadcasting, he co-hosted the Shady podcast and ventured into business with Imperium Security, focusing on reclaiming hijacked properties. His outspoken nature on political and societal issues earned him the nickname the Shady Lurker, and he often ended conversations with affirmations of love, showing his deep care for those around him. A memorial service held on Friday, the 19th of December, 2025, at the Galleria Conference and Expo Center in Sandton drew family, friends, industry colleagues, and officials to honor his memory. Attendees included figures like DJ Fresh, Gareth Cliff, Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero, El Tito, Stula Dlamini, Pearl Tus, Lerato Kanyako, Sizwe Tlomo, and PH. The event highlighted DJ Warras as a mentor, a devoted father to 3 young children, and a patriot committed to South Africa's betterment. Close friend Penuel Mlocha spoke of his genuine nature and love for his circle, while former colleague Bridget Makela recalled his humility and support during their time at YFM. His sister Nicole expressed anger over the circumstances of his death but urged focus on his legacy rather than speculation. DJ Warras' eldest son, joined by his younger brothers, described him as a hero and inspiration, vowing to carry on his legacy. Other tributes came from personalities like Thando Mokoena, who saw him as a father figure, and Pindictobe Matubela, who cherished their effortless friendship. Political figures, including former Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture Zizigotwa and current Minister Gayton Mackenzie, attended, with Mackenzie praising DJ Warras' commitment to culture and truth-speaking. The service featured collages of images and videos, including messages from his shows, reminding everyone of his impact across radio, television, podcasting, and youth culture. This murder echoes other high-profile cases in South Africa, such as the killings of DJ Somebody in November 2022 and DJ Vintos in March 2022, where suspects like Katiso Molefe face charges tied to organized networks targeting media figures. General Masemola also updated on related investigations, including the complex case of Marius van der Merwe, who testified at the Madlanga Commission under the alias Witness D. More than 3 suspects have been identified there, with arrests pending.
The investigation is still ongoing. There is more suspects that have been identified. It turned out to be quite a complicated case because it's a case not solely only on the murder of Van der Merwe. It links with other cases. So we are working through it. We don't want to arrest and investigate. We want to investigate and arrest.
In another matter, the suspect in the deaths of 12 people at an illegal tavern in Salisville, in Pretoria, hails from KwaZulu-Natal and remains at large, though police vow to capture him. Additionally, Zimbabwean fugitive Dumisani Tabang Moyo, accused of killing 2 police detectives, has fled to Zimbabwe, prompting international cooperation to bring him back. The cellphone evidence stands out as the pivotal element in DJ Warras' case, with its contents expected to unravel the full plot, including the role of the Dreadlocked gunman and any accomplices. As authorities prepare for the imminent arrest, the focus shifts to how this breakthrough could deter future threats against those fighting urban decay. DJ Warras' work exposed the underbelly of Johannesburg's hijacked buildings, where syndicates exploit vulnerabilities for profit, leaving residents in dire conditions. His blueprint for change, though cut short, continues to inspire calls for stronger municipal action. The raid on the Zambesi Building uncovered more than just the cellphone. It revealed a network of 37 non-paying tenants who had organized against any efforts to enforce rent collection or improve the property. These individuals, including Sophia Kumalo, created an atmosphere of resistance, citing poor service delivery as their reason for non-payment, though authorities found this to be a cover for deeper criminal activities. Firearms and knives seized during the operation pointed to the building's role as a base for illicit operations, including drug manufacturing and theft rings. Dr. Mgcini Tshwaku noted that the second phase of the raid would target additional non-payers, while residents would be questioned about the murder to gather more leads. DJ Warras had been vocal about these issues, using social media to highlight the destruction of Johannesburg's inner city and advocate for reclamation. His posts from earlier this year resonated with many, expressing a deep affection for the city while lamenting its slide into decay. This public stance likely made him a target, as his security company directly confronted the syndicates controlling hijacked properties. Reports indicate he was shot 4 times by the Dreadlocked assailant, who approached as DJ Warras exited the building, possibly after being lured by the phone call. His business associate, Nicole Nelson, linked the killing to these syndicates, emphasizing how his efforts to install security systems threatened their control. The city of Johannesburg's response has been to emphasize its bad building strategy, which aims to restore order without relying on private security like Imperium. Spokesperson Alex Mantlaza clarified that the city faces challenges in providing alternative housing for evicted occupants, which slows enforcement. Despite this, the lockdown of the Zambesi Building allows for comprehensive audits, safety assessments, and plans to convert it into safe, affordable units. This approach addresses the root causes of hijackings, such as post-apartheid migration that overwhelmed urban housing, leading to slum-like conditions in once thriving areas. In the memorial service, emotions ran high as speakers shared personal stories. Lutando Shosha, known as Lut Love, served as program director, guiding tributes that portrayed DJ Warras as an intellectual who supported younger talents, often calling them his sons. Pearl Tsusi's daughter, Tando Mokoena, recounted how he treated her as his own, stepping in as a supporter and guide. Friends like Lereta Sengati and Pretty Ugly attended, along with Bontle Motisele Moloi and Candice Motisele Sello, all reflecting on his two-decade career that spanned multiple platforms. His television work on shows like Live Amp and Mgcini Visa showcased his charisma, while his podcast delved into deeper societal discussions. DJ Warras's family statement after his death requested space for police to investigate, noting the profound impact on his mother, siblings, and 3 children. Johannesburg Mayor Teta Morero extended condolences, calling for justice and privacy. The service ended with mourners heading to Rockets in Bryanston to celebrate his life further, with funeral details to be announced soon. His sister Nicole's words at the event conveyed unresolved anger, yet she focused on grieving later while staying strong for the family. This case highlights ongoing struggles in South Africa's urban centers, where hijacked buildings strain resources and foster crime. The Kampepe inquiry's findings on uninhabitable conditions, including lack of fire safety and sanitation, mirror the Zambesi Building state. Overcrowding there, with multiple families sharing rooms, created health hazards and enabled syndicates to thrive. DJ Warras's protection order against Sophia Kumalo and others stemmed from threats to his team and the property, including arson warnings. The court's decision on the 12th of December, 2025 granted him safeguards, but it came too late to prevent the tragedy. Police efforts extend to related cases, as General Fannie Masemola mentioned the pursuit of the Salisville Tavern suspect, who may be hiding in Gauteng or beyond. For Dumisani Tabang Moyo, intelligence places him in Zimbabwe, leading to talks with authorities there for extradition. In the Marius van der Merwe murder, linked to his commission testimony, suspects are identified and arrests are imminent. These connections suggest broader networks that DJ Warras's work inadvertently challenged. The Cellphone's messages, exchanged right after the shooting, show a chilling disregard, with participants laughing about the event. This evidence, combined with CCTV of the Dreadlocked gunman, strengthens the case against the known suspect. Dr. Mgcini Tshwaku believes it will directly lead to the killer, possibly revealing accomplices like the caller who irritated DJ Warras moments before. No parallel investigations by Metro Police exist, as confirmed by Masemola. Instead, agencies collaborate under SAP's leadership. DJ Warras's legacy as a broadcaster and businessman endures through those he mentored. Colleagues like Miss Prue and Nomalanga Shozi remembered his humor and humility, while political attendees underscored his cultural contributions. His son's tribute, vowing to make him proud, captured the personal loss felt by his family. As the investigation nears closure with the promised arrest, it raises questions about safety for those tackling urban issues. The Zambesi Building raid also found evidence of brothels and drug operations, explaining why syndicates resisted DJ Warras's interventions. City plans to install biometrics aim to prevent re-hijacking, but the human cost, displacing 250 occupants, demands solutions for housing. This story, unfolding in Johannesburg's heart, exemplifies the fight against decay, with DJ Warras as a symbol of courage. After the memorial, reflections continued on his patriotism and family devotion. Friends noted how he always affirmed love, a habit that defined his relationships. His career milestones, from YFM to television, inspired many in media and beyond. As authorities prepare to apprehend the Dreadlock suspect, the Cellphone evidence promises accountability. This breakthrough could mark a turning point in addressing hijacked buildings, honoring DJ Warras's vision. What do you think should be done to tackle the problem of hijacked buildings in cities like Johannesburg? Share your ideas in the comments below, we would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching this news bulletin. Please share your opinion in the comments section. We would be glad to read and respond to your comments. Let's meet again tomorrow in our next strange story. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a relaxing Sunday.